The house still breathes your name at 3 a.m. Floorboards creak like they're trying to remember your step. I leave the hallway light on just in case you ever forget you left and come wandering back. Your favorite mug sits upside down in the drainer. I rinse it every morning, dry it with care, as if cleanliness could bring back the mornings when your lips touch the rim and then touch mine there. I've thrown out the takeout boxes we never finished, changed the sheets, set out the sand of your skin. But memory is a stubborn tenant, it pays rent in silence and never moves in. I'm alone with memories, they sit beside me heavier than you ever did. Alone with memories, they replay every laugh, every kiss, every lip. You close on the way out without looking behind. Now I'm left holding echoes that won't leave my mind. I'm alone with memories, and they won't let me forget you're gone. I still sleep on my side, keep your pillow untouched. The indent is fading, but I press my hand there at night. Pretend it's your chest rising slow under cotton. Pretend your heartbeat still answers mine in the quiet. The photos are hidden in a folder marked old, but I know every pixel, every angle, every smile. I scroll when the loneliness gets teeth, and let the hurt remind me I was loved for a while. I tell myself one day the weight will lighten, one day the real will slow, the volume turn low. But tonight the past is sitting on my chest again, whispering your name like it's the only word it knows. I'm alone with memories, they crowd the empty rooms you used to fill. Alone with memories, they hurt more than absence ever will. Every I love you said rings in my ears, every promise you broke reappears. I'm alone with memories, and they're the only company I've got left here. If I could trade one memory for peace, I wouldn't know which one to release. The first time you reached for my hand in the dark, or the last time you looked at me like I was yours. They both live in the same broken part of my heart, both beautiful, both tearing me apart. I don't wanna forget, even if forgetting would save me. Because if the memories leave, what's left of the me that only existed when you were with me? I'm alone with memories, they follow me into every sunrise I fake. I'm alone with memories, they're the only thing that didn't walk away. You left so cleanly, no mess, no trace, but you left me here with your beautiful face, still smiling in my head, still holding my hand in the places we made. I'm alone with memories, and they're all I have of you. We never raised our voices past a whisper, never threw a single plate against the wall. No slam doors, no final accusations, just a soft click of your key turning in the hall. I watched you pack like you were folding laundry, careful, quiet, folding love away. You said, I think we both need some breathing room, and I understood the play. There was no storm to blame, no lightning strike, no villain in the story we could fight. Just two people who loved until the color drained and everything turned polite. We broke quietly, like frost creeping over window glass at dawn. We broke quietly, no crash, no scream, just slowly gone. The kind of ending that leaves no mark to show, no scar to point and no bruise to know. We broke quietly, and the silence hurts the most. Left a faint green ring in the cup. I didn't scrub it, let it stay for weeks. A tiny proof that someone else was here once before the house learned how to forget to speak. I still make too much dinner some evenings, at the table out of muscle memory, and scrape your portion into Tupperware and label it with yesterday's date carefully. We didn't run out of love in one loud night. It leaked away in soft, unnoticed sighs. Small kindnesses we stopped saying out loud, until kindness became just another goodbye. We broke quietly, like pages turning in an unread book. We broke quietly, no one noticed till the story shook. The kind of ruin that wears no visible wound, just hollow rooms and afternoons without sound. We broke quietly, and I'm still bleeding in the background. Sometimes I wish we'd fall like hell was come screamed ugly truths till the neighbors called the police. At least then there'd be evidence, something shattered, something I could sweep up and finally release. But we were gentle even when we ended, gentle till the gentleness became the blade. And now I carry all the noise we never made inside a chest that learned to stay afraid. We broke quietly, no thunderclap, no final cruel refrain. We broke quietly, and the quiet never learned my name. I still love you in the spaces between words, still wait for echoes that were never heard. We broke quietly, and I don't know how to make a sound when everything that mattered already drowned. You said forever, like it was just another word, casual as good morning or I'll call you later. I wrote it in the margins of every notebook, believed it like gospel, held it like water. The ring you never bought still left a mark, phantom gold around my finger every night. I trace the circle where it should have been, and wonder how a promise can disappear so quiet. You didn't lie with anger, didn't lie with spite. You just let the truth evaporate overnight. Soft words that sounded solid in the dark turned to smoke the moment you walked out the park. Empty promises, they echo louder than the truth ever did. Empty promises, they fill the silence where your love once lived. I still hear them falling like rain on broken glass. Every suitcase you packed left creases in the rug. I never smooth them out, let them stay like scars. Proof that someone planned to leave this house while I was busy building dreams on borrowed stars. Your toothbrush ghosted the edge of the sink, left a flame in shadow for weeks on end. I kept waiting for you to come back for it, like maybe the small thing would bring you back again. I replay every vow like a scratch cassette, hoping one line might still be honest, yeah. But every syllable dissolves on contact and leaves me holding nothing but the fact. Empty promises, they echo louder than the truth ever did. Empty promises, they fill the silence where your loved ones lived. I still hear them falling like rain on broken glass. Every always that crumbled in the past. Empty promises, and I'm still bleeding from the way they cast. I don't want the ring, I don't want the house, I don't even want the apologies you never gave. I just want one single sentence that was true, one moment where I love you wasn't a grave for everything we buried while you were still breathing, for the future we planned while you were already leaving. Empty promises, they're all that's left when the door clicks shut. Empty promises, they keep me company in the quiet gut. I still whisper forever to the empty bed, still believing ghosts of the things you said. Empty promises, they're the only part of you that stayed. Empty promises, and they're killing me softly every day. The calendar flipped to a new year without fanfare. Same cold coffee, same unanswered prayer. I thought 12 months would be long enough to mend, but the stitches keep splitting where your name used to bend. I walk the same streets we used to own at night. Neon signs flicker like they're trying to be kind, but every corner still holds the shape of your stride. Every red light reminds me you're no longer by my side. I've smiled for photos, laughed at the right times, told the world I'm healing in measured lines, but the mirror knows better. It sees through the act. The wound never closed, it just learned how to bleed in black. My heart still bleeds, slow and steady like rain on an unmarked grave. My heart still bleeds, every beat whispering the love I couldn't save. No bandage holds, no time can cauterize this quiet hemorrhage behind my eyes. My heart still bleeds, and it bleeds for you. Favorite book is still open on page 143. We left a coffee ring like a permanent memory. I haven't turned the page, haven't closed the cover, afraid finishing the story would make the leaving final forever. I keep your voicemail buried deep in deleted files, play it once a year when the loneliness gets wild. Your voice says, hey love, I'll be still the afternoon. People say move on, like it's a switch to flip, like grief has an off button, like hearts don't rip. But some cuts go deeper than bone can reach, and some loves refuse to practice what they preach. My heart still bleeds. Through every sunrise I pretend to grieve. My heart still bleeds in colors only solitude can see. It drips in the sadness between songs on the drive. It pools in the hollow where you used to lie. My heart still bleeds, and it won't stop for me. I don't wanna hate you, I don't wanna forget. I just want one honest day without regret. One morning I wake up and the ache has grown small, instead of rising like flood water over the wall. But love that was real doesn't die with a scream. It lingers and seeps and stains everything. So I carry this red like a secret I keep, while the rest of the world thinks I've learned how to sleep. My heart still bleeds. Not loud, not dramatic, just endlessly true. My heart still bleeds because it learned how to love from you. Every breath is a witness, every tear is a thread, stitching your name into the lining of my head. My heart still bleeds, and maybe it always will. My heart still bleeds. My heart still bleeds. For the part of me that died when you did. I still count the freckles on your shoulder in my sleep, even though the skin that held them isn't mine to keep. I remember every time you said I love you first, soft and sleepy like the very last word on earth. I kept the receipts from every coffee run we made, little paper confessions of mornings we didn't waste. You laughed when I said I'd frame them someday. Now they're tucked in a drawer I open when the hurt won't fade. You gave me pieces, beautiful and true, but I poured my whole devotion into you. I didn't keep score, didn't measure the tide. I just loved you deeper than you ever tried. I loved you more, I loved you past the point of keeping score. I loved you more till my heart became a revolving door. You walked out lighter, carrying less of the weight, while I stayed behind, holding every date, every promise, every late night call. I loved you more, and that's the cruelest part of all. Your new city skyline looks good in your story, smiling next to someone who doesn't know your history. I scroll and pause on the way your eyes still crinkle, same way they did when you looked at me and twinkled. I don't hate her, I don't wish her stranger to who I used to be. You're okay now, maybe even happy and free, while I'm still learning how to love what's left of me. I loved you more, and I love you more, and I probably always will. Let the last line hang fragile over a single cake. I loved you more, I loved you more, I loved you I remember us in the soft gold of late September, your fingers tracing constellations on my wrist. We laughed like the world was still deciding how to end, and we were the only part that made any sense. I remember the way you said my name like a secret, low and careful like it might break if spoken too loud. Now every time someone else says it, it sounds borrowed, wrong, hollowed out. I try to pack you away in boxes labeled past, tape them shut with every excuse I had, but memory doesn't listen to duct tape. It seeps through the seams and keeps coming back. I remember us, and it hurts more than forgetting ever could. I remember us the way summer remembers being understood. Every quiet corner of my chest still holds your echo. Every breath still tastes like the last time you let go. I remember us, God help me, I remember us. I remember the diner at 3 a.m. after rain. You stole my fries and drew hearts in the ketchup stain. We talked about futures like they belong to us. Now the booth sits empty and the waitress knows not to ask. I remember your coat on the back of my door, still smells faintly of cedar and the cologne you wore. I wear it sometimes when the nights get too wide, pretend your arms are the reason I haven't cried. I tell the mirror I moved on, I've learned to stand alone, but the reflection keeps wearing your shadow like a second skin. And every lie I tell myself cracks a little more when I catch you go smiling in the glass once again. I remember us, still wake up, reaching for the space you used to fill. Fingers curling around nothing but cold cotton and guilt. The alarm goes off at 7 like it always did. But there's no sleepy 5 more minutes from your side of the bed. I make coffee for one, watch the steam rise and disappear. Same mug, same spoon, same quiet that screams you're not here. I tell the mirror today's the day I start again, but the reflection just stares back with your eyes in my skin. Everyone keeps asking how I'm holding up. I give them the answer, they want wrapped in a shrug. But the light tastes like rust and it sticks in my throat, because pretending gets heavier the longer I float. I'm not okay, I'm just really good at looking like I am. I'm not okay, I'm breathing, I'm walking, but I'm not who I was then. Every I'm fine is a bandage on a wound that won't close. Every smile is borrowed from a strength I don't own. I'm not okay, I'm not even close. Your toothbrush is still blue in the cup by the sink. I can't throw it away, it feels like giving up on you twice. I wear your old hoodie when the nights turn mean. Sleeves too long, but it smells like the last time we dreamed. I drive past our spot by the river most evenings, watch couples lean into each other like gravity still works. I sit on the hood of the car we used to name stupid things and whisper, come back to the current that never answers. I read every book on letting go, watch every sunrise alone. Try journaling, run and drink until the edges are gone. But grief has your handwriting, it knows every line of my face, and it keeps rewriting. You're gone in the same empty space. I'm not okay, I'm just really good at looking like I am. I'm not okay, I'm breathing, I'm walking, but I'm not who I was then. Every heartbeat still calls your name like a prayer. Every silence still answers with the weight of your chair. I'm not okay, God, I'm not okay. Sometimes I hate how much I still love you. Hate that the ache hasn't learned how to fade. Hate that I trade every tomorrow for one more yesterday, just to hear you breathe next to me unafraid. I don't wanna be strong, I don't wanna move on. I just wanna stop pretending that pieces of me didn't leave when you were gone. I'm not okay, and I don't know if I ever will be. I'm not okay, but I keep waking up anyway, stubbornly, carrying your ghost in every breath I take, carrying the love you left like an open mistake. I'm not okay. grocery list. Apples, milk, the kind of bread you like, tucked inside a book I never finished reading. Now every page smells faintly of your life. I walk the hallway where your shoes used to line up, empty now, just dust collecting slow. I still step around the spot where you stood, laughing as if moving through it might make the hurt grow. I tell the quiet room I've let you go. I say the words like they're supposed to heal, but truth has teeth and won't let me lie. You're not here anymore, but you're too real. You're just a memory now, soft around the edges, blurred at the seams. Just a memory now, but you still live louder than my dreams. Every shadow in the corner wears your shape. Every silence carries the sound of your name. You're just a memory, and that memory is breaking me the same. The radio plays this song we swore was ours. I turn it up like I can pull you through the waves, but the chorus hits and I'm alone in the kitchen, dancing with a ghost who already walked away. I keep your voicemail saved on an old phone, 32 seconds of you saying I'll be late. I play it when the nights get too heavy to carry. Your voice, the only thing that still feels like fate. I've thrown out the letters, deleted the trace, changed every lock on every door to my place, but memory doesn't need keys to get in. It just waits for the moment my guard slips thin. You're just a memory now, fading like smoke that refuses to rise. Just a memory now, but God, it still burns behind my eyes. Every laugh line I heard came from your smile. Every tear that falls tonight walks your mile. You're just a memory, and memories don't know how to die. If someone asked me what love felt like, I'd show them your empty side of the bed. I'd show them the way my hand still reaches for a warmth that left before I said goodbye. I don't wanna forget you, even if forgetting would set me free. 'Cause if you become nothing, then what becomes of the part of me that only existed when you were next to me? You're just a memory now, the kind that sits heavy in the chest. Just a memory now, the kind that refuses to rest. I still love you in past tense, still hold you in clenched fists. You're just a memory, but you're the only one that ever fit. You're just a memory, and I'm still trying to live around the hole you left. We never threw words like knives across the room, never screamed until the neighbors turned the lights on. No broken glass, no suitcase left half zipped just the slow turning of two hearts toward the dawn. You folded your shirts like you were folding peace. I watched from the doorway, arms crossed, saying nothing. We both knew the ending before the first tear fell, but neither of us reached to stop it from coming. We could have argued, could have begged, could have burned, could have torn the whole house down just to feel something turn. But love didn't fight, it simply lowered its eyes and let the silence decide. Love didn't fight, it slipped away like breath on winter glass. Love didn't fight, no lasting, no final blast. Just two people who once held everything, letting go without a single swing. Love didn't fight, and that's what hurts the most. Your key still hangs beside mine on the hook by the door. I haven't touched it, haven't thrown it to the floor. Sometimes I jingle them together when the night gets deep. Pretend the sound is you coming home from sleep. The fridge still has your hand writing on the grocery list. Remember milk with a tiny heart I almost missed. I buy the milk anyway, pour it down the sink, because keeping promises feels better than you think. We could have raged, we could have clawed at the sky, could have made a scene the whole world would have cried. But love didn't fight, it just grew tired and thin and quietly walked right out again. Love did left like, but left like fog when the sun burns through. Love didn't fight, no battle scars, no black and blue, just the softest surrender I've ever known. A quiet death no one could postpone. Love didn't fight, and I'm still bleeding from the peace. I wish we'd fought like hell was at the gate, screamed ugly truths till the walls would shake. At least then I'd have something loud to miss, something violent to remember in the hiss of empty rooms and empty arms at night. Instead I'm left with gentle, and gentle cuts the deepest bite. Love didn't fight, it died the way the best things sometimes do. Love didn't fight, with dignity, with grace, with truth. I still love you in the silence we made, still reach for the war we never waged. Love didn't fight, and now I carry both the love and the quiet way it died. Love didn't fight, it just stopped. I still keep your side of the bed empty. The pillow remembers the shape of your face. I talk to the dark like you might still answer, but silence learned how to take your place. Your perfume lingered for 3 whole winters. Now even that ghost is packed and gone. I chase the echo of your last I love you, but the hallway just swallows the sound. We didn't explode, we didn't fight. No final scene, no slam door at night, just thousands of tiny goodbyes we never said out loud. Love faded away like breath on a cold window pane, like cigarette smoke in the rain, like promises whispered too late. fade away. I found your scarf in the back of my closet. Still smells faintly of coffee and me. I held it like evidence we were real ones, then folded it neatly and put it away. I pass our cafe most every morning. The table by the window stays free. I sit in your chair for exactly 1 minute, pretending you're running late for me. We didn't run out of love overnight. It slipped through the cracks in the soft daylight. Death by 1,000 almost rights and one long polite decay. Love faded away like breath on a cold window pane, like cigarette smoke in the rain, like promises whispered too late. Love faded away, now with thunder, now with flame. Just a slow bleed no one could name. And now I'm left calling your name to a love that faded away. Sometimes I hate how gentle the ending was. No villain, no hero, no one to blame. Just two people who loved with everything until loving quietly became the same. I'm slowly learning how to live with her. Love faded away like the very last note of our song, like footsteps that keep moving on, like morning that forgets the dawn. Love faded away, and I'm still here, holding smoke, trying to remember what fire felt like before it was gone. Love faded away. The kettle still whistles at exactly 7:03, but there's no one left to pour the second cup for me. I stare at the steam like it might carry your face, like vapor could bring back the warmth of your embrace. Your chair at the table still angles just so toward the window where morning light used to glow. I haven't moved it an inch since the day you were gone, afraid shifting it would make the leaving feel more done. I didn't hear the door close, didn't feel the goodbye. Just woke up one morning and the air tasted dry. No fight, no warning, no dramatic last scene. Love didn't run, it simply wasn't seen. Love left for me, quiet as fog lifting off the lake at dawn. Love left for me and took every color I'd ever drawn. No crash of thunder, no shattering glass, just an empty space where forever used to last. Love left me, and I'm still standing in the aftermath. I wear your old flannel when the house feels too wide. Sleeves rolled 3 times, still smells faintly of your side. I fold it every evening, place it under my cheek. Pretend the cotton remembers the words we used to speak. The radio plays our song on the old classic station. I don't change the dial, I just let the hurt play. Sing along in a voice that cracks on every line, because silence would be louder anyway. I tell myself it's better this way. No cruel parting shot, no villain to hate, no blame to plot. does a broken heart have to ever feel whole again? I don't want revenge, I don't wanna forget. I just want one honest moment where it hurts less. But every breath reminds me you're not coming home. And I'm learning how to live in a world that feels alone. Love left in me, and the rooms keep echoing your name. Love left in me, and nothing's ever felt the same. I still set the table for two some nights, still leave the porch light burning bright. Love left in me, and I'm still here waiting for something that already disappeared. Already disappeared. Love left me quietly, completely, forever. There's a Polaroid stuck behind the fridge light. You laughing mid-bite a birthday cake at 23. Your eyes are closed, trusting the moment completely. I look at it now and can barely breathe. I still hear the creak of that old wooden floor when you danced barefoot to songs no one else played. We built a whole universe on motel pillows and promises we thought would never fade. I don't blame the ending, I don't curse the fall. I just sit with the weight of how beautiful it all was before time turned honest and cruel. Before forever became a word we outgrew. Love was real. It wasn't a fever dream or a lie we told ourselves. Love was real. Quiet between heartbeats and bells. It held my hand through storms I couldn't name. You kissed my forehead and whispered my name. Love was real, and that's the part that breaks me most of all. Still hangs on the hook by the door. Faded navy blue, frayed at the ends from years. I wrap it around my fist when the nights get vicious. Pretend it's your fingers threading through my tears. I passed the park where we carved our initials shallow. They've almost disappeared beneath new bark and rain, but I can still trace them blindfolded in the dark, because some scars refuse to let go of the pain. Slowly stop returning what we earned, and now I carry both the joy and the cost of knowing what I had and what I lost. Love was real. It wasn't a fever dream or a lie we told ourselves. Love was real. It lived in the quiet between heartbeats and bells. It held my hand through storms I couldn't name. It kissed my forehead and whispered my name. Love was real, and that's the part that breaks me most of. If I could go back, I wouldn't change a single frame. Not the fights, not the silence, it's not the blame. I'd only pretend love was real, and real things hurt the worst in the end. I still wake up reaching across empty sheets, still taste your goodbye in every heartbeat. Love was real, God, it was so real, and now I'm learning how to live with something that beautiful gone. I still reach for the light switch on your side of the room, even though the bulb burned out months ago. The bed feels wider than the whole damn city now, and colder than the January rain we used to walk through slow. Your laugh used to bounce off these walls like sunlight. Now the silence collects it like dust on the shelves. I keep finding pieces of you in the strangest places. A single sock up and bookmark the ghost of your smell. I didn't know how much I just lived inside the small things. The way you hummed off key while brushing your teeth, the crooked way you tied your shoes, the half-finished coffee you always left for me. I'm missing what we had. Not the perfect version, not the highlight reel, just the ordinary mornings, the quiet meals, the way your hand found mine without asking, the safety of knowing exactly where you were. I'm missing what we had, the soft routines we never called beautiful until they were gone. And now every day feels like I'm trying to live in a house that forgot how to feel like home. I drive the long way past the park we claimed as ours. The bench still sits there, paint peeling like old skin. Kids play on the swings we used to push each other on. I watch from the car and feel the years cave in. I keep your playlist on shuffle when I can't sleep. Let it decide which memory gets to hurt me tonight. Sometimes it lands on that song you sang terribly loud, and for 3 minutes I'm not alone in the fight. I thought time would sand down the sharpest edges, thought missing would shrink to something manageable, but absence has its own gravity, and it keeps pulling me back to the life we were able. I'm missing what we had, the lazy Sundays tangled in sheets and bad TV, the fights that ended in sorries and tea, the way you looked at me like I was enough, even on days I didn't believe it myself. I'm missing what we had, not fireworks, not grand decorations of love, just you and me, in the small steady miracle of waking up beside someone who stayed. If I could go back, I wouldn't fix a single thing, not the arguments, not the silences, not the sting. I'd only linger longer in the moments I rush through, because I didn't know then that ordinary was another word for with you. And now I'm here, collecting echoes, trying to breathe around the space you used to fill, wondering if you ever miss it too, or if I'm the only one still standing in the ruins of what we had. I'm missing 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 what we had. Every plain, unglamorous piece of it. I'm missing what we had, and it hurts more than dramatic still shows your birthday circled. Red ink faded, but I never crossed it out. I passed the street where we bought matching keychains. One's still on my ring, the other's long gone south. I tell my friends I'm doing better lately. Smile on cue, voice never cracks in two. But every night when the city finally quiets, your name arrives like it still has work to do. I deleted every message, every photo, every trace. Told the mirror I'm over it, said it to my own face. But mirrors don't lie, and neither do these hands that shake when they reach for someone who isn't there to take. My heart knows you're never coming back through that door. My heart knows the silence is louder than before. My head keeps saying time will fix the bruise, but my heart knows I'll always be the one who still loves you. Keep your favorite mug on the second shelf. Not because I use it, I just like the weight of something you once held against your lips. Now it's only dust and yesterday's heartache. I walk the long way home to avoid our corner where the lamppost still remembers how we kissed. I tell myself one day I'll stop counting steps, but tonight the master lens with you exists. I'll change the locks, change the sheets, change my number twice. Try to rewrite the ending, try to make it nice, but memory isn't polite. It doesn't knock, it breaks inside and leaves me bleeding quiet in the fluorescent light. My heart knows you're never coming back through that door. My heart knows the silence is louder than before. My head keeps writing letters I'll never send, but my heart knows this isn't how the story ends. Sometimes I hate how gentle love can die. No screaming match, no final cruel goodbye. Just mornings that arrive without you on. Just evenings where the dark feels slightly wrong. And I still turn to tell you something small. Before I remember, there's no one there at all. My heart knows you already found you somewhere else. My heart knows I'm still sleeping on your side of myself. My mind says let go, let the river run its course, but my heart, my stupid stubborn heart, still keeps your place warm. At 2:17, I stood on platform 4 and watched the lights disappear. Your silhouette still burned behind my eyelids, even after the rumble faded into fear. I kept the ticket stub inside my wallet, crumpled coffee stain dated 3 years ago. Proof we once believed in destinations. Now it tarnished dust, expensive confetti from the shore. We didn't crash, we didn't burn, we simply drifted past the point of no return. One too many tomorrows turned to never mind, and love became the thing we left behind. There's no way back, the bridge already crumbled in the rain. No way back, even if I screamed your name again. The road we walked is overgrown with time, footprints gone, your hand no longer mine. Darling, there's no way, no way back. I still said to play some Sunday evenings, then scrape the second one into the bin. Habit is a cruel kind of muscle memory, teaches the body what the heart can't unlearn. Your laugh still lives inside the hallway echo. I catch it sometimes when the wind is right, but when I turn it's only empty air, reminding me of somebody else's night. We didn't fight with knives or broken glass, we just let the small things quietly amass, until the weight became too much to carry home, and us became a word best left alone. There's no way back, the stars already realigned their map. No way back, the compass needle rusted where it snapped. Every mile between us grew its own regret. Every I still love you came too late. Darling, there's no way, no way back. If I could borrow one more minute, just 60 seconds standing in your glow, I wouldn't beg you to stay. I'd only whisper thank you for the part of me that died beautifully slow. But clocks don't bargain, and rivers don't rewind, and hearts that break this cleanly leave no trail to find. There's no way back, the season changed while we were looking down. No way back, your shadow doesn't turn around. I still love you in the past tense now, soft and hopeless, like snow on frozen ground. There's no way, no way, no way, no way back, no way back. Let the last chord hang unresolved in silence. The key you left under the mat is rusting now. I still check it every evening when the street lights bow. The mail still comes addressed to both our names. I open envelopes like they might contain a postcard saying I changed my mind, I'm coming home. But it's only bills and flyers for a life we used to own. I water the plants you said would die without me. They're thriving green while I'm wilting quietly. I talk to them sometimes when the silence gets too thick. Ask if they remember the way you used to sing off key. Everyone tells me time will dull the blade, that one day I'll wake up and the hurting will fade. But time just polishes the edges instead, keeps every memory sharp enough to bleed. I'm still holding on to the ghost of your hand inside my own. Still holding on I pull it out on nights when breathing stings. Bury my face in wool that lost your scent last spring, but the shape of your shoulder still fits everything. I drive past the diner with a neon open sign. Watch couple lean across tables like we used to align. I order your usual just to feel the weight of a plate that used to mean we had a date. I've tried deleting numbers, changing locks, moving towns. Tried drowning out your name with every louder sound, but the heart is loyal in the stupidest of ways. It keeps your place reserved for all my empty days. I'm still holding on to promises you never meant to keep. Still holding on to dreams that only lived when you were half asleep. You move forward like the calendar demanded. I stayed behind where every second landed. I'm still holding on to ruins dressed up like hope. Maybe one day I'll open both hands wide, let the wind take everything I try to hide. Maybe I'll smile without tasting salt. Maybe I'll sleep without reaching for fall, but not tonight. I'm still the fool who believes that love returns if you just don't leave. The porch light burning, the door unlocked, still holding on. Because letting go would mean you're really gone. I'm still holding on, even though my fingers ache and bleed. I'm still holding on to the version of us I still need. You're free now, maybe happy, maybe whole, while I'm here cradling pieces of your soul. I'm still holding on to a love that stopped holding me long ago. I said I'm fine with the phone pressed to my ear. You asked how I've been, I laughed to make it clear, but the line went quiet when my voice began to break, and the truth leaked out in little drops I couldn't fake. I turned the shower on so you wouldn't hear me fall. Stood beneath the water, pretending it was all just steam and circumstance, nothing more to say. But even running water can't wash the hurt away. I told you not to worry, told myself the same. Swallowed every feeling, played the perfect game, but bodies keep the score when words refuse to tell, and mine has started speaking in a language I know well. Tears don't lie, they fall when the mouth forgets how to try. They trace the shape of every unsaid goodbye. They carve the truth across my face at night. Tears don't lie, tears don't lie. Tears don't lie, they show up when the heart has lost the fight. They whisper what the pride won't let me cry. No matter how I smile, no matter how I try, tears don't lie. They never learned to lie. Your sweater's still folded in the bottom drawer. I take it out some evenings, press it to the floor, breathe in what's left of you like oxygen gone thin. then fold it back again, like folding up my sin. I walk past places we used to call our own. The bench by the river, the bench we carved our home. I sit there sometimes, let the cold wind have its way, and watch the water carry little pieces of us away. I thought if I stayed busy, if I filled every space, the silence wouldn't find me, wouldn't show its face. But quiet has a way of sneaking through the cracks and pulling every buried feeling to the surface fast. Tears don't lie, they fall when the mouth forgets how to try. They trace the shape of every unsaid goodbye. They carve the truth across my face at night. Tears don't lie, tears don't lie, tears don't lie. They show up when the heart has lost the fight. They whisper, but the pride won't let me cry. No matter how I smile, no matter how I try, tears don't lie. They never learn to lie. Maybe one day I'll wake up dry-eyed and new. Maybe the mirror will finally show someone who doesn't flinch at your name, doesn't reach for your goals. But tonight I'm still paying the price of loving you most. And if these tears are the only honest thing I've got left, then let them fall until there's nothing left, until the well runs empty, until the hurting's spent, until my heart admits it's over, it's over. Tears don't lie, they're all that's left when love says goodbye. They're honest in a way I never could be. They tell the story of what you meant to me. Tears don't lie, they're crying for the part of me that died when you walked out and took the light. Tears don't lie, they never learned how. They just keep falling and falling and falling. Coffee's gone cold in the cup you left half full. I still stir it sometimes, like you might walk back through the door. The clock on the stove blinks 2:40, say 'em again. Same hour you said I need space and nothing more. I kept every text, every photo, every trace. Thought holding on tighter would slow down the space, but time doesn't pause for the ones left behind. It just keeps moving forward, cruel and unkind. I rehearsed every sorry I never got to say. Practice forgiveness that arrived too late anyway. I would have changed everything if you'd only asked, but you were already gone before the question was asked. Too late now, the words I swallowed rash in my mouth. Too late now, the bridge we burned is already falling down. I give every tomorrow just to borrow one yesterday, to tell you I loved you in a voice that wouldn't break. But the chance slips through like sand, not coming back. Too late now. Your side of the closet still smells like rain in your skin. I open it sometimes just to breathe you in. The shirts are still folded the way you like them neat, but the space next to them is louder than any heartbeat. I drive past our cafe with the crooked red sign, while strangers sit where we used to sit, side by side. They laugh like we used to before the quiet grew. Before I still love you became something only I knew. I thought love was patient, I thought love would wait, but love gets tired too when it carries all the weight. I was waiting for courage while you were waiting for peace, and we both lost the moment when the hurting increased. Too late now. I love you as a ghost in the heart. Too late now. They echo but they never reach you at all. I'd trade every sunrise for one more honest night to hold you and me and make everything right. But the clock doesn't turn back, and the heart doesn't forget. Too late now. If I could stand in front of you one last time, I wouldn't beg, I wouldn't cry, I wouldn't try to rewind. I'd only say thank you for every second you were mine. Even if it ended, even if the ending was kind, because loving you completely was the most beautiful pain I've ever known. And I'd do it again, even knowing you'd be gone. Too late now. The story's written, the ink has dried. Too late now. No more chances left to try. I still love you in the tense that doesn't exist. Still reach for the hand that slipped out of my fist. Too late now. And I'm learning how to live with the beautiful wreckage of what could have been. If only I'd said it before you walked out. Too late now. The clock on the wall gave up ticking last winter. Now it just hangs there like a tired accusation. I still set my alarm for the hour you used to call, even though the phone stays dark, no vibration. I keep the porch light burning every single evening, like some small town lighthouse no ship will ever see. I tell myself it's habit, nothing more than reflex, but habit doesn't ache this deep inside of me. I've learned the shape of absence by heart. Every empty room, every unplayed part. I've practiced smiling when people ask your name, but practice never taught my pulse to do the same. I'm waiting in vain for footsteps that forgot the way, for headlights that won't turn this lane, for a voice that only lives in rain. I'm waiting in vain for arms that already found their place, for mercy to rewrite the pain, but mercy never answers when I call still sits beside the kettle. The rim still carries the ghost of your lower lip. I rinse it every morning and fill it with fresh water, as if today might be the day you take a sip. I walk the same route we used to wander, aimless, past the bench where you said always like you meant it. Now strangers sit there laughing, unaware they're trespassing on ground still consecrated by the love we spent. I've tried rewriting endings in my head, tried burying hope beside our unmade bed. But hope is stubborn, it refuses to stay dead. It just keeps breathing soft beneath the tread. I'm waiting in vain for footsteps that forgot the way, for headlights that won't turn this lane, for a voice that only lives in rain. I'm waiting in vain for arms that already found their place, for mercy to rewrite the pain. But mercy never answers when I call your name. I'm waiting in vain. Maybe one day I'll wake and I'll reach for the phone first. Maybe the light on the porch will finally feel like a curse. Maybe I'll laugh at how long I stood here frozen, believing love returns if you just keep the door open. But not tonight. Tonight I'm still the fool who believes that somewhere out there you're missing me, the same way I'm missing you. Even if it's only true for me, I'm waiting in vain for echoes that already faded away. I'm waiting in vain while the years keep stealing yesterday. I'm waiting in vain for a heart that learned how to unlove, for a soul that finally had enough. But mine still stands here in the rain, waiting in vain. In vain. In vain. The screen door slapped shut at 7:42. I counted the seconds like they might bring you back through. Your shadow stretched long across the front porch light, then folded into darkness, swallowed by the night. I stood there barefoot on the cold wooden planks, waiting for the sound of tires turning around the bank. But the streets stayed empty, the crickets kept their song, and the silence answered louder than you ever could have done. You didn't scream, you didn't cry, didn't beg me one more time to try. Just packed your heart in the quiet of your stride and left me holding echoes on the other side. You walked away like the tide deciding it was done with coat still hangs on the hook by the stairs. Sleeves empty, shoulders carrying ghosts of your cares. I press my face into the wool some nights when it rains, trying to find the warmth that followed you away. The coffee pot still knows how many scoops you liked. I make it anyway, let it sit till it's cold and quiet. I talk to the steam like it might carry my voice back to wherever you finally made your choice. We didn't explode in fireworks of rage. We just slowly stopped turning the page until the story ended in the space between your steps and mine. You walked away like morning mist deciding not to stay. You walked away and left the sky a little grayer today. No thunder rolled, no lightning split the frame, just you choosing somewhere that didn't have my name. You walked away and the world kept turning anyway. I don't hate you for leaving, I never could. I just wish you looked back once, just once if you would, so I could see in your eyes if any part of you stayed, or if every piece of us had already decayed. But you kept walking straight into tomorrow without me, and I'm still here, collecting pieces of what used to be we. You walked away and the porch light still burning for no one at all. You walked away and every room echoes louder when you're gone. I still love you in the tense that doesn't exist. Still reach for the hand that let go of my wrist. You walked away and I'm learning how to live in the after of you walking.